what sets us apart from other photography companies and photographers is that we actually put emotion into what we do and put a lot of thought into it. We don't just take pictures, and we don't just, look at this as a job. We look at this as something that, we put ourselves actually in the situation.
The visual style is different because, we infuse a lot of different styles into our photography. But the most important thing that we do with our photography is we have to capture those moments. We have to capture those at a wedding. We have to capture those special crying moments, the special laughing moments, all the special moments in any event or shoot. We pride ourselves on being able and being masters at capturing that moment.
A thing that I personally do is that at the moment where there is a shoot, a photo shoot, or an event, or a wedding, that is actually my time to step out of my life, my chaotic life, and to step into that person's life or that family's life for just that hour or the 10 hours if it's a wedding. And by doing that, in that moment, I become that mother. I become that bride. I become that model at the time, and that helps me to take pictures as if I am there. I take the picture that I would want to see sitting in my living room, hanging on the wall somewhere, or the picture I want to see of myself in my wedding album. We take pictures of moments. We wait till the time to receive that priceless smile from that newborn, or till we see that tear come down the bride's face, or the groom, that first smile when he sees his bride walking down the aisle. We wait for those moments, and we take those precious pictures so that someone can look back at them 10 years later and they can really see the emotion. They can see why they chose us to photograph their child, their family, or their wedding. And so we really put thought into all of that and everything that we do.
I think one of the things that sets us apart from other photography companies is how we light. We always do off-camera flash, which gives our pictures a more it gives our pictures more personality than usual. So I think that's what separates us: the emotion that's in our pictures and the different techniques that we use to bring your event or day to life.
Working with Ryan Coleman in LIFTO Visuals, I think it's great. We have a good chemistry for as business partners. We were friends prior to doing this, and I think that helps with our chemistry with working together. And the people that we work with, they see this. They feel comfortable with us. We have times, I don't want to use the word friends lightly, but we befriend a lot of our clients, and they see our interaction. It makes them feel comfortable. It makes them feel good in front of the camera. And sometimes for us working with a couple, since I'm a female and of course Ryan is a male, it helps them to relax. It helps the bride to feel like she has someone on her side. It helps the groom to feel like he has someone on his side.
I think people like working with Shere and I because they see sort of the dynamic that me and her have, and they kind of relate it to themselves. So, one of the funny things about all our clients is all our clients usually end up our friends after we shoot with them. Like we've never had a client that we haven't been friends with after the shoot, and we've had numerous repeat customers and things of that nature. So I think what makes us unique is kind of the bond that me and Shere had, because me and Shere were friends before we started this business together. So I think when clients see not only the quality of our work, but when they see the dynamics of how Shere and I work together, it makes them feel more comfortable that we're able to understand who they are as a couple.
One time we did a photo shoot with a couple, and they had a son. Of course, Ryan was shooting, and they needed someone to entertain the 4-year-old son. So of course, when I wasn't, moving the lights around, I was entertaining the son, and of course that made them feel so comfortable that he was interacting with me. And then, so what that does is that leads to times when it's time for him to take pictures. They know that they can come back to us because they know that we will work good with their whole family. We have a lot of repeat clients because of that, because they feel comfortable with us.
Working with Shere is it's funny at times, it's hard at other times, but you know what? I wouldn't have it no other way. Shere's style, Shere has more of a conservative style, and I have more of an edgy, artsy style. And so I think the thing between us, we check and balance each other really well. Sometimes I might can go too far on the artsy because we might have a more conservative client, and Shere might say, okay, well that's too artsy for that client. Or if vice versa, we might have a client that might have a little more personality, that might not want your everyday average pictures, and they want a more edge. And I tell her, you know what, I think they want more edge for their pictures. And kind of that checks and balances that we do with each other really helps our work to shine, because before our pictures even hit our client or hits the internet, we're really scrutinizing each other to make sure the pictures are right. So I think that's one of the good things about working with Shere.
We also sometimes have a different way of looking at pictures, and that's a good thing that with us is that we might take a shot and he might edit it and send it to me. It's like, how do you like this? And I might say, it's a little too hard. I like a little bit, softer around the edges. And to me, I think he's artsy in his pictures, and it's great sometimes. I love some of it. I love most of it all the time. Sometimes I'm like, let's take it a little soft. She's not an edgy person. Let's bring it down a little bit. And I think that what makes us work great together for us, the pictures, is that we both kind of critique each other's work.
LIFTO visuals, to me personally, because I'm a student of photography, and I like to study other photographers, both famous and local. And one thing that I noticed is that a lot of people get stuck in the same style. They using the same cameras, they using the same lenses, they using the same lighting techniques. It's almost as if you book one photographer, you might as well book all of them. There's not a lot of diversity in the game. And so at LIFTO Visuals, we go the extra mile to ensure that you won't have the everyday, average, boring pictures. You'll have something that has a creative touch to it, has meaning to it. It's something that you can show people and say, that looks drastically different from my coworker that got married, or that looks drastically different from my sister that got married. So that's one of the things that I love about our company, because if you want to be different, if you want high quality pictures and you want something out of the norm, we are that company to look for. So